Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 3 minutes away from 10 o'clock on Tuesday night. Back with a few for tomorrow. A bit later than I had expected, but I got delayed. I went walking. I think somebody asked the question the other day, what happens to the dog when I'm away? It's my neighbour's dog. When I was diagnosed with MS in 2019, the first thing I thought of was wheelchair, because I knew a few diagnosed with MS that finished up in a wheelchair, and I was saying, you're about to get out walking. So my neighbour's dogs, they weren't being walked as much. The two neighbours they're in their early 70s now, but they've sort of health issues with legs and whatever, and the man of the house wasn't. I don't think he ever walked them. The woman of the house does, but her knee is at her. Actually, she's going to Belfast hospital soon for a hip or a knee replacement. But I started walking them, and one of them was a boxer dog, the other is a cocker spaniel. So I used to walk them every evening without fail, and sometimes it'd be 10 or 11 o'clock at night. I often came home, and the boxer dog loyally sitting, looking across the road, waiting for me. He'd waited every evening, even when I wouldn't be here. But he had great eyesight that time, but the eyesight deteriorated, and sadly he went into dog heaven a few months back. So the other one now, she's in the house the whole time. She's not out in the shed. So I can't get to walk her as much as I used to. So when I do, she nearly knocks me down when she sees me coming. So I have to go over with the old, I call it the dog jacket, and a pair of jeans that I have to wear, because if you had good clothes, she'd destroy them. She often did. But I don't mind. So got delayed then chatting. There was a couple in, and we had tea and some scones and some what do you call it, Halloween brack. I had that last year at all, I think so. But good chat. So I came back then and I delved into this, and it must be an hour and a half at it. I had horses picked out today, and they've a couple have shortened in price, and I was trying to get some for a double or whatever, and watching other videos and reading this, that and the other. So that happens when you get involved in racing. Today we had one horse willingly didn't run, meeting called off, and the other one, I said last night that the jockey might have learned to be a bit closer to the pace, but he didn't learn until the last day. He sat 6 lengths off when the tape was lifted, and then he came wide. And if he had continued and kept wide where the better ground was, but he went back in again and didn't get a clear jump at the last, finished second. I thought he was the better horse, but didn't win for us though. But he went out to a backable each way price today. I actually backed him at 7-1 this morning, and he went out to 8s. Came back in then. I done the reverse forecast. I was afraid of the other one, I said last night. I should have put up probably the reverse forecast this morning when I seen the other one shortening from 8s into 4s. I didn't see that until about 10 o'clock. I paid 23 something. But I think if we had a switch of jockeys, we'd be on a winner. Johnny Burke could have won on that horse, even without the claim. I'm a bit snuffling tonight. Forgive me. That's because I had no headgear on when I was out. I should learn that lesson too. Anyway, if I knew it was going to be that price last night, I'd have suggested backing it each way, but it was 3-1 last night, and the other one was 8s. So on to tomorrow. A shout out to Ronald Walker. And I see Lee Burton. I'll take care of that first thing in the morning. He suggested giving 50 quid to the dementia. So I'll do that. And Roy Harris still hasn't got back. He might have missed the video. If you're in, Roy, leave a suggestion to leave 50 quid for this month. Tomorrow. I see there's an inspection here at 7:30 in the morning in Fontwell. Not sure how bad the ground is going to be, but the favourite is Gary Moore's horse, who has won twice at the track, but it didn't do a lot first time out in a handicap on soft ground, which is last seen in April. So it's 2 for 3 at the track since it came over from France. We're taking him on with Mr Freedom, who was 5th in the Boodles on soft ground. So the ground shouldn't be an issue. Rated 123 now. Was rated 120, which was 5th in the Boodles to Jazzy Matty. Soft ground. Then it was in a competitive race in Ascot. It was 4th of 13. It won 3 on the flat then, and it was 3rd on soft ground in Salisbury. It ran pretty decent the last time after a break over hurls, but this might have sharpened it up. But it's a decent race there because Alcon Risk is a decent horse, 50 ball, 34 stitches. The Soul Icon got first run.
Ridden, Soul Icon making the best of his way home as they run up the home straight towards the final 2 flights. Alcon Risk and 50 ball, and then Mr Freedom in behind them. Here now is the second last. Soul Icon has been jumping well all the way and did so again. Mr Freedom coming up the inside on the right, about to be delivered. Alcon Risk in second, battling on. It's Soul Icon that leads the way. Mr Freedom now being asked the question from Alcon Risk over the last Soul Icon. Mr Freedom within 2 lengths there, and now challenging on the run for home, but Soul Icon is still galloping. He's not stopping. It's Soul Icon, a really game run from the front, jumping well all the way, and Soul Icon wins the Vickers Dot Bet handicap hurdle.
That might sharpen him up for tomorrow. I'd suggest maybe splitting the stakes for people, and if for fear the favourite, he won over the track twice. Split the stakes, and without the favourite he's 2 to 1, so he could have back a win bet or back it each way, even at 9. What is it? It was 9 to 2 earlier, but I had him picked out. He has shortened, so I couldn't see any alternative in the other because there's not a lot on tomorrow. Where are we off to next? We're on to Newmarket. There's a fillies handicap. All the other races are 2-year-old races. Top of the weights there is Chaisma. That done the business for us last year in Kempton, wasn't it? It's very competitive here, but I thought Mountain Song, they're giving it another go, but it's the first time, another go this year, but it's the first time running at Newmarket for the boys in blue. And that it had a break there from May to July, but why are they keeping it in rolling this time of the year? So it's 11 to 2. It finished 6th in this race, but it was on the wrong side of the track. You'll see the 1st, 2nd and 3rd up against the rail, and it was drawn way out in the middle of the track.
Terrell is still
it's on the very left.
Also roaring success, and Leetso behind those two. Preen up there, followed by Spring Dawn. Heading down to the final furlong, far too shy, the yellow cap, but now roaring success and Ben Curtis, and also Bernadine nearest to us. The Black Sleeves coming into it strongly. Spring Dawn behind those. It's roaring success with the lead by about a length. Bernadine in second place. Roaring success, first time out of the year, straight to the British enclosure.
There was an extreme bias on the track that day, I thought, in July when it was good to soft. By Sea the Stars, Susanna, the last day, it was good for him. A bit unlucky, didn't get the splits in time, but I think first time on soft ground might be a problem, and it may not, but it's just, as I say, in my opinion. Mountain Song, I see him at 11 to 2. He's still 11 to 2 there. I thought he'd be an each way bet, because Newmarket will definitely go on for fear Fontwell is off. Then on to Kempton. We'll go to this one first. Yeah, we should, because it's 7:30. A horse that done us a good turn last year, and it runs well at the track, Al Agaila. Now, Jeff Coons is his first time running on Well, maybe I'll say that first. It's his first time running in Kempton. Second the last couple of times. I don't know, has he the bottle or something, but you'd imagine he should have won the last, even though they stretched a good bit away from the pack. Urban Sprawl, we tipped him up, didn't we, in Leopardstown, ran no race, and then it recovered a good enough form the last time when it was third in Chelmsford. Revi or Revich done a good turn for us in Chester earlier, but I thought with back for him a win in over the track. Kempton, I always like to go back when you run once well in advance. Top of the ground horse, it won of 78. That was the 7th of December last year. We were on it that day actually. It was good races there. They were all class 2, and it was a listed race the last time. But in Pontefract, the day that Gall Lath won, it was in a 5-way photograph in Newcastle there the day Latam won. That was in June. But the day it won in Kempton, it picked up really well. No. This is it here. Good turn of foot. That's it out in front.
Out wider in the stripes. The yellow of Estidamas behind Whispering Romance on the rail, and down the middle of the track Casaluna in the green silks, together with Waydad, and these now have come well clear. Al Agaila wrestles the lead from Whispering Romance. Al Agaila goes striding on from Whispering Romance, and then Estidama back in third place as they race up towards the final 100 metres now. The winning line in sight for Al Agaila, and the further she goes, the better she gets. Al Agaila's pretty impressive in the hands of James Dawell, won by 4 or 5 from Estidama in second place, and across the line in third. Good run, big run from Waydad.
It's an each-way price, even though it's 92 there, because they'll probably drift out to 5 to 1 tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. She's bolted out, Al Agaila. Her fourth start, she hadn't won yet, but what she had achieved was better than what the two winners had achieved so far. And as I suggested that they should improve past her, well,
I should have done that first. But it's an each-way price, even though it's 92, because Jeff Coons, it's possible that it'll really act on the track at a mile. But in each way, the bet of the day I thought was in the 8 o'clock, but price has shrunk. It opened up 5 to 2, Fox Journey, but it'll probably drift again. Hopefully it'll go out to 7 to 4 or 13 to 8 anyway. I've been waiting for this to run at a trip. It hasn't ran since it was third to Middle Earth in the Melrose. Middle Earth has since won of 102. Lordship has won. That was a horse that won for us a couple of times. Even going back down at, well, we see, there are 2 more win that was way behind that. Was it Edge of Darkness? Edge of Darkness. Well, that's the Celerin, but he won a race. Where are we? This is in the Melrose. It's the grey horse in about 7th or 8th now, but it stayed on.
There aren't that many, but True Legend has been sent to the front now by Holly Doyle as they race down inside the final 3 furlongs here. In second place, still battling on, is Edge of Darkness. The one that's moving across then towards the far side all by himself is Alhambra Palace on the far rail. Seems to have hung that way. They're coming down towards the final quarter mile here. On the near side, Middle Earth has come storming through for a sheen, and he's really picked up in style, this horse. Inside the final furlong, Middle Earth now being pressed all the way here by Denmark and Ryan Moore. Only about a length and a half between them, but Middle Earth is going to see it at the best, and it's Middle Earth who's too good in the Melrose. Denmark second, tied for third.
Got up for third there, to staying on gallantly the whole way up. It's gone money on there with a couple of, but it opened up a 5 to 2 shot earlier, and it was 2s then for a good while. Hopefully it'll drift out in price again in the morning, because they're sort of mean in dealing with when they're not guaranteeing the prices now. So Shinny. There isn't great stuff on for the next couple of days, but trying my best to get a run for our money at least anyway. I forgot to look there to see Owen had a 20-1 shot yesterday, Marsh Benham. I forgot to look there before I done this to see if they're anything today. I'm happy the way things are going like that, because fair play to you, like, you know, that you're trying your best, and that's all one can do. And don't let anyone be critical of anybody, because what's the point? Because they're trying for the main aim is to take some money off the bookies. So National Hunt is on the weekend, and there's a good old card in Galway Saturday as well. There's a few that we know we're familiar with have entered. I'll probably go Saturday to Galway if it's not raining. I won't be going Sunday, and we may get to it Monday again for the flat. There's a few entered as well. I'll have a look at Clonmel now and see what's in it on Thursday. If there's Midland, I might go if there's a Midland card. So bash the bookies over and out.